Good evening, everybody. My name is Rod Macdonald. I am the CEO of the Certified Coaches Federation. It is 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's time to get started with the Introduction to Coaching webinar. We at the Certified Coaches Federation have certified well over 13,000 life coaches and executive coaches, and I'm very happy to be here tonight to share with you some of our insights and knowledge about coaching, about the coaching industry, and whether or not coaching is a good fit for you. So the way that we have set up this webinar is to attempt to answer as many questions as possible in advance of opening up a Q&A session with each and every one of you. So these are primarily the questions we're going to answer for you tonight. So what is coaching? How does coaching work? Are there regulations for coaches? Who hires coaches? Should I be a coach? What should I coach people on? How much money can I make as a coach? And how do I get started? If by the end of this webinar you haven't had every one of your questions answered, you will have the opportunity to ask them, and I will stick around as long as necessary to answer all of your questions and serve you as best I can. So first and foremost, what is coaching? So to make sure we're all on the same page, coaching is about helping someone move from where they are to where they want to be. You know, we often find ourselves at some point in our lives not doing what we want to be doing, not living how we want to be living. And yet we find ourselves stuck sometimes, not knowing how to get out of that spot and move on to where we actually want to be. And what coaches do is they can help you gain that perspective to figure out exactly where you are, how far away you are from where you want to be, and then to help you create that action plan to get there. And if that sounds like something that those of you on this webinar have already found yourself doing, talking to people, chatting with people about their goals, or if you're already in an industry or have a role that's doing that, then coaching could be an incredible addition or complement to what you're already doing. So there are two main types of coaching: executive coaching and life coaching. And you'll find that just about every type of coaching falls into this. So within life coaching, you'd have weight loss coaches and fitness coaches, organizational coaches, relationship coaches, and so on. And all of those fall into that category of life coaching. Anything related to business may fall into the executive coaching category, management coaching, HR coaching, sales coaching, and so on. But these are the two main buckets of coaching that we tend to look at. So with executive coaching, the focus is on helping executives move from where they are to where they want to be in their business. So this may include increasing profits and decreasing costs, developing other leaders, improving organizational skills, and optimizing time management. And as I said, it may include other things as well. Life coaching, on the other hand, has a focus on helping anyone move from where they are to where they want to be in any aspect of their life. So this may include health, fitness, finances, life balance, relationships, career. And it's now not only acceptable to have a life coach, it's actually recommended. More and more organizations are offering life coaching as an added benefit, either as a paid benefit or a supported benefit within an employee assistance program. Coaching is absolutely booming. There's well over 60,000 coaches worldwide, mostly in North America and Europe, and it's continuing to grow rapidly. And we're very proud of the fact that we've been able to help add to that by adding great quality coaches to the coaching industry. So how does coaching actually work? Well, it's a little bit of a mystery to some people, and in fact, for some clients, they actually feel like it's a bit magical because they seem to magically get from where they are to where they want to be because of working with a coach. Now, the truth is, it's not magic. It's actually a combination of art and science. There is the art of the personality connection that you have with your client, and the science or the process of actually helping the client understand what's happening at the subconscious level. This is something that we actually specialize in, understanding what's happening at the subconscious level and how their habits and behaviors, which are pre-programmed into their minds, may actually be sabotaging their success. So what do we actually do? We help clients set goals and objectives. We help them uncover learned limitations and limiting beliefs. We leverage different tools, we use empowering questions, and we use perspective. So just like a sport coach that might stand by the sidelines watching their team play, we as life coaches and executive coaches stand by the metaphorical sidelines watching our clients perform and live and do what they're doing. And when we have sessions with them, we can help them understand what's going on in their lives through good conversations and especially empowering questions to help them discover what are the insights, the changes, the differences that they can start to work on to actually get more out of their lives. So we will typically have between 1 to 4 meetings per month with our clients. It could be a little bit more, it could be a little bit less. A lot of those conversations happen over the phone. Some of them happen in person, and they often will range between 30 to 60 minutes. Again, sometimes less if it's a check-in meeting, or sometimes more if it's an intake meeting. We help the client get clear. We want the client to be absolutely crystal clear as to what it is they want, when they want it, and what they have to do to get it. And we help the client take action. We start to identify what are the steps they need to take and ask for the client's commitment to actually begin the process of taking those steps. Question that's often asked is, are there regulations for coaches? Well, just like many other industries, coaching is an unregulated industry. There are no governing authorities for coaching. There are no colleges of coaches, and there's well over 250 coach training companies around the world. There's currently no government involvement, no regulatory agency. It is a self-regulated industry. Now, less government regulation leads to more choices. There are more choices for you to look at when you're making a decision of where you want to invest your money and where you want to be educated. So we recommend that you use your due diligence. Once you've taken your time to look at what's out there, we're confident that you'll find that the Certified Coaches Federation actually offers you an incredible value for your time and your money, and how you can get started coaching right away. Now, you might be wondering about the difference between in-person and online training. And here we are right in the early stages of COVID-19 and some very rapidly changing environments for almost all of us and how we do business. And one of the incredible things about coaching is that you can do it from anywhere. You can actually coach in a virtual environment. Now, what about training? So the majority of people are getting certified in a live in-person environment, but that's not taking place anymore. That's all on hold because we have to employ social distancing, and we're not coming together in groups. Now, typically hands-on face-to-face training is the best type of training because it provides the new coach with necessary human experience of actually working with another live person. But what's really interesting is that we've developed a program where you actually will have interaction with another person so that you can learn from that and get certified even in the context of COVID-19. So online training can be a great option for those geographically or financially challenged, but should still include a practical component. So we offer at the Certified Coaches Federation in-person training, as I said, on hold due to COVID-19. We offer live online training. So just like this webinar is live, it's also being recorded, but this webinar is live right now. And we have 2 courses coming up, April 4th and 5th, and April 18th and 19th. Those 2 are live online courses with a live instructor teaching the program through the internet. We also have a pre-recorded online program, and that's available 24/7. So you don't have immediate live interaction with the trainer, but you have access to that no matter where you are 24/7, and you go at it in a self-paced environment. So all types of training that we offer include a practical component. And so for the online options, the live online and the pre-recorded online, you are still expected to find a client, whether that's a friend, a family member, or a coworker, who is available to you either by phone, by video conferencing such as Skype, FaceTime, Google Hangouts, or something to that effect. And you will have the opportunity and the obligation to actually take them through a coaching session as part of your training. You'll also have the opportunity to reflect on that experience and create the work that is required for you to attain that certification. So you might be wondering, who hires coaches? Well, almost anyone. When someone asks, when somebody wants to make a big change in their life or work, a coach can provide a type of support that's truly unlike anything else available. Even the people who will go and work with some other type of professional often will only have contact with them once a month, maybe twice a month, maybe once every other month. But the way we work as coaches is we want to be available to our clients. And so in addition to actually working with our clients on a pre-scheduled regular basis, we'll also include some types of touch points, contact, phone calls, text messages, etc., that will help create continuity and create the kind of momentum that'll help clients achieve the success that they're looking for. Interestingly enough, as it relates to executive coaching, according to an AMA Institute for Corporate Productivity coaching survey, the following factors scored the lowest, keep that in mind, the lowest among company executives hiring executive coaches. So what was the lowest? Having a university degree in an applicable field, counseling or therapy experience, and in a distant last place, having a PhD. So these were the factors that ranked the lowest. What was most relevant to corporations? Experience, recommendation, a great interview with the coach, results, and certification. So you might be wondering, how do you get experience, recommendations, get interviewed, get results, or get certification? Well, we teach you how to get started with that, and we encourage you to begin your coaching career immediately after getting certified by doing practice coaching sessions. We even give you the script to be able to put that message out there and to begin coaching. And I'll tell you, I actually taught one of our live online courses just a few days ago, and we had people take that course, follow the instructions we gave, and in one case, we had a coach that contacted me and let me know that they had 7 people respond for practice coaching sessions. Now, the coach didn't have to fulfill all 7 sessions because they were only looking for a few practice clients, but the coach actually wanted to do that to get the extra practice and to increase her confidence as it related to her development as a coach. So we want you to get started as soon as you're comfortable getting started so that you can begin to help people achieve their goals and for you to create the success that you want to create. So the important thing, get certified and start coaching. You know, the essential philosophy of coaching is that human beings have massive untapped potential, but too often we get in our own way. You know, we all have the potential to live fully, and a coach can give us the perspective to see what's possible and how to make it happen. So you might be wondering, should I be a coach? Well, ask yourself this question. Do you want to do good and be fairly compensated for making the world a better place? If yes, you should be a coach. Now, it's a bit of a rhetorical question. So if you don't want to do good, I don't want you to go through the CCF certification. And if you don't want to make the world a better place, I also don't want you to take the CCF certification. And interestingly enough, if you don't want to be fairly compensated, I don't think you should take the CCF certification, because we believe that you should be educated. We believe that you should be helping to make the world a better place, one client at a time, and you should also be fairly compensated for that. It's not about being all about the money, not at all. It's actually about creating value and being fairly compensated for the value that you create with your coaches. I should say with your clients. So if you want to do good and be fairly compensated for making the world a better place, then yes, you should be a coach. You also might be wondering what topic you should coach people on. Well, here are just a few of the kinds of coaches. So relationship coach, sales coach, organization coach, weight loss coach, management coach, divorce coach, speaking coach, tax coach, wellness coach, HR coach, media relations coach, parenting coach, grief coach, meditation coach, and performance coach. These are just a few of the types of coaches you can be. Some of these fall into the executive coaching or business coaching bucket, and some of them fall into the life coaching bucket. And it doesn't really matter which one you fall into as long as you create value. So whatever you're passionate about is where you should be coaching. So take a look at this. So you might be wondering, again, what should I coach people on? Well, what are your skills? What experience have you gone through that you can help others get through? And most importantly, what are you most passionate about? So when you discover what you're most passionate about and you overlap that with what people are actually looking for, that's the sweet spot for what kind of a coach you should be. Now, the reason we encourage you to find your passion and to coach people related to that is because that will help you get up in the morning, stay up late at night, and do whatever is necessary for you to add value to the lives of your clients. If you're not passionate about what you're coaching people on, you might be making a living, but you won't feel like you're living. You'll feel like an imposter. So choose something that you're really, really passionate about and find the overlap with what people are looking for. Then you will be endlessly successful with that. So who should be a coach? We'll take a look at the pictures of these people. Now, you might see somebody that looks a little bit like you or maybe a lot like you. Male, female, something in between, older, younger, something in between, different skin complexions, different ethnic backgrounds, probably different religious backgrounds, different upbringings, coming from different parts of the world, speaking different languages. If you're listening to my voice and you're watching this webinar, you have the potential to be a coach, because coaching is about being a good person, being a good listener, being empathetic, and being committed to helping your clients be their very best. Now, from a practical perspective, you might be wondering, how much money can I make as a coach? Well, coaches typically charge between about $50 to $500 per hour, depending on who they are, where they work, what experience they have, with the average being approximately $150 per hour. So here are some examples to work the numbers. So if you were working one-on-one with clients, you might have 40 clients, and if you charged $150 per session over 12 months, so that would be one session per month, that would get you $72,000 per year. And that's a good amount of money to be making, to be sure. Now, if you introduced group coaching, which is something that we teach you how to do, if you introduce group coaching and you were to work up and build up your client base to 400 clients at a more affordable price of, say, $50 a session times 12 months at one session per month, then you'd be making $240,000 per year, an even better amount of money. Now, as I said, it's not about the money, but it's important to understand that you can't go to the bank and pay your mortgage with goodwill, with good feelings, with client testimonials. So you do need to be making money as a coach to be successful and to pay for the kind of life and lifestyle you want, and to have the money left over to be able to give to charities and support the causes that are important to you. So we actually encourage you to do a combination of one-on-one and group coaching so that you can create the kind of success that's possible for you. Does this all happen overnight? Absolutely not. You can ask me any question you want when we get to the Q&A, and I will tell you with full honesty and transparency the answer to whatever questions you might ask. A lot of coaches don't get to these levels of success because they're not willing to do the hard work that's necessary. But the ones that are absolutely will enjoy this kind of success, and maybe even more, because they're willing to put in the work that's required to put their name out there, to get clients, and most importantly, to serve those clients as well as possible. So here's a sneak peek into some of the things that we teach you in the different programs at the Certified Coaches Federation. So here's kind of the coaching magic formula. We encourage you to offer packages instead of single sessions. We encourage you to offer 6 and/or 12-month coaching programs as opposed to single sessions or shorter programs of a month or 2 months or 3 months. We encourage you to offer one-to-one and group coaching sessions because you'll be able to positively impact more people and be compensated more. We encourage you to earn between $50 to $500 an hour or more. And you can do that with group coaching because you'll be able to leverage the numbers of people. And in this environment where we're all working remotely, it actually is even more powerful because people are almost forced into that group coaching online environment. We encourage you to offer remote coaching or virtual coaching so that you can offer your coaching from anywhere. I personally have clients in the Caribbean and have had course participants from Hong Kong and Europe and Africa and any number of other places around the world. So definitely offering something in an online environment is the way to go, in addition to, when we get back to it, in-person coaching. We also encourage you to offer live and pre-recorded experiences. So definitely offering live in person is the best. And if not, live virtual coaching, second best. And pre-recorded virtual coaching would be third best. So if you have people who can't afford your normal coaching offer, why not offer them something that's pre-recorded so that they can still benefit from you without having to pay the premium of being either face-to-face or live and online with you? So you might wonder, how do I get started? Well, at the Certified Coaches Federation, we have 5 levels of certification. You do not have to go through all 5 levels. We obviously would love for you to do that, but you start typically with the level 1 Certified Coach Practitioner course. If you want to go on to the level 2 Certified Master Coach Practitioner, that is a business development course, the level 2, where we help you over the course of 10 weeks in a live online environment, just like this webinar, go through and build your actual coaching practice. The level 3 Certified Advanced Coach Practitioner is deeper coaching skills. Level 4 Certified Group Coach Practitioner, which is about leveraging the numbers and working with groups. And newly introduced, the CCF Level 5 Certified Leadership Coach, which is designed around working with leaders, executive, business people, managers, and so on. Looking at our CCF coaching certification specifically, when we were developing it, the initial research into other coaching programs was actually really disappointing. Most programs were too expensive, too time-consuming, and wasteful. There was a lot of clutter content justifying length of the course and the cost. There were often many hidden costs, and it was often a one-sided business model, and it was often political. A lot of backstabbing, a lot of mudslinging, and a lot of work that was not about the client. That's why we focus on simplicity, we focus on the language of coaching, and we focus on perspective. There's nothing non-essential to the process about taking your client from where they are to where they want to be, from A to B. We truly believe that coaching is not rocket science, because the only thing that is rocket science is actually rocket science. We give you the process to take a client from never having worked with a coach before to ultimately being successful. On top of that, we also give you cognitive reflex conditioning. We have the exclusive rights to certified life coaches and executive coaches using this technique. It's an easy to use 4-step technique that actually lets clients change their environment, change their thinking, change their behavior almost instantaneously to create success in their lives from moment to moment. You also get a free lifetime continuing education program called the Next Steps monthly webinars. You get follow-up one-on-one coaching included. And we spotlight our members from time to time using an outlet called CCF Successes. So you can see here some of the examples of the CCF successes that we have published. And we feature members within that, some of the successes that they've experienced, some of the challenges they faced and how they've overcome them. With CCF coaching certification, you get the fastest growing coaching company. You get the best trainers to ensure your complete satisfaction. You get over 14,000 CCF certified coaches worldwide, and our graduates truly love the experience. So here's a few testimonials from past participants of our different programs. So here's Laura. She said, "This is a stimulating and highly informative course that offers numerous tools. And what I love about it is that it offers you a model to help you get started right away." This is Natalie P. She had been coaching for over 10 years when she came to our level 1 course. She said, "I wish I had done this course right at the beginning because it doesn't only help you as a person as to figure out how to do this, how to achieve your own goals, and it also helps you realize that there is an actual system. I truly recommend this course to anybody." Javier said, "It's an amazing program. I've learned so much about myself and how to help others, so I highly encourage you to take it." This is Lise Leblanc. She's a graduate of both our level 1 and our level 2 Master Coach Practitioner program. She said, "I recently created an intensive coaching program and I've been using the strategies you taught in this course to sell it, and I have my first clients at an average of," and that should say $3,300 per client. "I'm super excited and will definitely go above and beyond to serve my clients." So when you become certified as a CCF Certified Coach Practitioner, that's the protected title that you will have access to using. You can also call yourself a life coach or an executive coach, and we give you the logos and the credentials to be able to do so. So I'll be opening it up to questions in a few moments, but just a few more slides to go through. We encourage you to register online tonight, and to give you an incentive to do that, we give you 2 bonus courses. And remember, we have a live online course, April 4th and 5th, and April 18th, 19th coming up. You can take that from anywhere in the world. We offer a 2-day live course in person, which is currently on hold because of COVID-19. We offer a pre-recorded online course, which is available 24/7. You can reach any of those through our website at certifiedcoachesfederation.com, or you can call the office tomorrow to get more information. And yes, you can register for any one of those options and get these 2 bonuses, the Life Mastery course and the Saving Lives with Forks and Knives course. Both of these are pre-recorded online courses that you get for free when you register either online tonight or by calling the office tomorrow. Now, some of you might be wondering, do we have any other deals? Because obviously that's a deal. Do we have any other deals? Well, we have a program offered by our parent company called the Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise Coaching Program. And there are a few different levels to this, but primarily what I want to get across is that it is a community. It's a coaching program for coaches. You get your own coach, you get education, income opportunities, and an opportunity to contribute. You get all of the CCF education included in this program, including as well the Speech Mastery course fundamentals, the Life Mastery course, Hypnolinguistics, Saving Lives with Forks and Knives, the Neuroscience of Bliss, the Cancer Prevention Formula, and what we call the Superhero course. You also get monthly webinars, Spiritual Wealth TV, Emotional Wealth TV, Investment Wealth TV, Physical Wealth TV, Relationship Wealth TV, Earth Wealth TV. You get one-on-one coaching. You get your own coach in this program. You get to attend our annual online conference at no extra cost, and you get networking opportunities. And this is everything for 2 people for $5,000. As long as they're at the same address, 2 people can be included in that program. So I'm going to open it up for questions on anything that I've covered and anything that I haven't covered. So if you want to ask me anything about the coaching industry, you want to ask me about coaching, you want to ask me about how to deal with challenging clients, you want to ask me about my coaching experiences, then I am here to answer all of your questions. So go ahead and use the question box. You should have a question box on a laptop or desktop. It should be to the right side of your screen. And if you're on a smartphone or tablet, there's probably a question mark at the bottom of your screen. And if you tap that, it should open a text field to type in any questions that you might have. So go ahead, I'll give you a moment to type in any questions, and I will be happy to stick around and answer any and all questions you'll have about what we do at CCF, about the coaching industry broadly, and in any other way that I can be of service. Okay, so Vera asks the question, how do people find their first clients? So, great question. And the way to do that is the exact same way that anybody who's an entrepreneur would find clients that doesn't have an office space or a storefront or something like that. So basically, it's the same way that a contractor or a massage therapist or somebody like that would find clients, which is to let people know. And we actually teach the method of how to do that in our level 2 course. But primarily, it comes down to letting people know that you actually exist and are out there. And the best and cheapest way to do that now is through social media, where you let people know that you're a coach. You let them know about who you are, what you do, the kinds of people you like to work with, and some of the outcomes that they can expect. Typically, within the context of our level 2 program, we talk about creating a sales funnel so that you can attract people to get to know who you are, start to consider you as a coach, start to engage with you, and somewhere along the way, they will start to purchase coaching from you or other programs. Now, just like every other business that's out there, not everybody actually will work with that business. So if you think about a clothing store, not everybody in the world will go to that clothing store or buy that brand of clothing, but that's not necessary for the company to be successful. They want to let as many people know about it. They want to attract as many people as possible to it. And then a few of those people will purchase from that clothing store. So the same thing holds true for coaches. You want to let as many people know as possible that you exist and what you do. You want to attract as many of those people to you as possible to get to know what you're about and who you work with. And then some of those people will start to work with you as a coach. So I hope that helps answer that question. Maryse asks the question, how to start generating new business essence from nothing. So that's more or less the same question as Vera had asked. So what we recommend is to just get started by letting people know that you're working as a coach. And when you offer a variety of different products and services, and the way that we teach you how to do it is to think, okay, well, what are you going to offer that's free so that anybody can find out who you are and what you stand for? What can you offer in the tens of dollars? So that's from $10 up to $99. What can you offer in the hundreds of dollars from 100 to 999? What can you offer in the thousands of dollars and so on? Now, the environment that we're in right now with COVID-19 makes it very interesting and in some cases challenging. And in other cases, it actually creates opportunities for you because you now have the entire planet to communicate with and tell about what you're doing. And you can attract people to you from virtually anywhere as long as you're offering the services that they want in the language that they want at the time zone that they want. So in this environment, then you can do remote coaching. In fact, most of my coaching clients I work with remotely, and I did that before COVID-19. We'll continue doing it through COVID-19, and creates an almost bulletproof business format because I can work from home, work with my coaching clients no matter where they are in the world, as long as the time zone and the scheduling works for us. Nathan asks the question, would life coaching be better than going to a therapist for some people? So that's a great question. And so my answer to that may not be what you're expecting. So there are things that are appropriate for coaches to work with clients on, and there are things that are more appropriate for therapists to work with as patients with those people. And now typically, and this is a sort of a rough way to understand what we would recommend, which is that if you're working on things from the distant past up to now, that is often a great realm for a therapist, for psychotherapy, for those types of approaches. If you're wanting to work on the now and going forward to look at what you actually want to achieve in the present and future, that's a great space for coaches to be working on. Now, I've had the opportunity to actually collaborate with some other mental health professionals, including a psychiatrist, and it's a great complement for coaches and psychiatrists and or psychologists to work with one person, so that there's both the focus on understanding the past and then also understanding the now and what to do going forward. Vera says thank you for the comment earlier. KM says, is the course more of a business development for coaching, or is it for coaching techniques? So our level 1 certified coach practitioner course, we actually give you all of the coaching techniques, the process, the forms, the language to be able to start coaching right away. The level 1 course is about giving you that foundational knowledge. Now, if you are looking for exclusively business development, that would be our level 2 course, our certified master coach practitioner. And that's one that we teach over the course of 10 weeks. Once a week, we come together in a live online format. If you can't make those courses, we record everything so that you can watch the recordings. There are assignments to complete each week. And by the end of it, your final assignment is essentially your business plan, your blueprint for being successful as a coach. So that's the difference between level 1 is the coaching skills. We do touch on the coaching business side of it in that, but the vast majority is on coaching skills. And then the level 2 is actually the business development component. I hope that answers your question, KM. Vera says or asks, do you hire any of your former students, or do you help them somehow to start? So we don't typically hire our students because we're not like an employment placement type of organization, but we have hired students in the past. We just don't do that en masse. We would do that based on the needs that we might have at a given time. Most of our business is run remotely, which is a great way to be operating, especially in the circumstances that we're in. So we don't have a large staff anyway, but there are opportunities to do that from time to time. And with regards to your question of how do we help someone start, well, we're very confident that the training that we offer will not only light up your inspiration to become a coach, but will actually give you the steps to be able to start coaching. And as I gave the example earlier, if you go through the course successfully and actually just put out on social media that you're a coach and you're looking for practice clients, there's an extremely high likelihood that somebody somewhere in your social media world will put up their hand and say, hey, I'd love to be one of your practice clients. Because there's a difference between just getting certified and actually working and getting paid. And the bridge to get there from just getting certified to actually getting paid often is doing enough practice coaching so that your confidence is built up, and then to actually be able to recruit clients so that they can start to benefit from you. And sometimes we get people who work with practice clients who then convert over to paid clients because they enjoyed the experience so much. As well, if you're somebody who already is running a business or are working in an area where you're already getting clients, such as a personal trainer, maybe you're a massage therapist or something, this is a great complement to any of those types of modalities, because you'll be able to offer a new opportunity for your clients, your existing clients, to benefit from their relationship with you, and it will add an additional revenue stream to what you're already doing. So we get a lot of personal trainers and massage therapists and people who are looking to add services, and we also get a lot of people who are looking to leave their jobs, or in the current circumstances maybe have been laid off from their jobs and are looking for an opportunity to generate income. And if you're willing to work hard, if you're willing to put yourself out there, if you're willing to help people get from point A to point B and help them achieve more in their life, then there's no reason why you shouldn't be attracting clients and helping them be successful. So Nathan asked the question, do you have a proven track record or success rate of people who take the CCF course? So we don't track any statistic like that, but I can tell you anecdotally, we have dozens and dozens of testimonials of people who have taken our education, and we have people who have done great things. And so I gave that example of Lise LeBlanc as one testimonial of somebody who had generated over $30,000 in revenue from her $3,300 coaching packages and services. So it's definitely something that is up to the coach to create, and we do get testimonials along those lines. Any other questions from anybody about what we do, how we do it, about any of the things that we've covered? So if you are one of those people who has been negatively affected by COVID-19, maybe you've been laid off, maybe you were already unemployed when COVID-19 hit. Well, if coaching is an option for you, then I encourage you to get started with it. If it's not a good option for you, and this is where I'm going to be completely transparent and honest with you, if you're not a giving person, if you're not an empathetic person, if you're not a compassionate person, then don't even bother with coaching. Because what we look for people to become coaches are people that care about other human beings and want to help them be successful. And if that sounds like you, then I encourage you to look more into it. If you do have questions, please do call us. All of the information is there on our screen, or you can visit us at certifiedcoachesfederation.com. You can also visit us on Facebook and a number of other areas. You can see that my email address is at the bottom of the page, rod@certifiedcoachesfederation.com. So please, if you have any questions about anything that we've covered tonight, please feel free to reach out to me, and I would be happy to help you. And Vera has a final question that's coming in. Could we recommend some fundamental books for new coaches? So that's a good question. So there are lots of books on coaching. There's one called The Prosperous Coach that I would recommend. There's another one, I'm just trying to think, I don't have the list right in front of me, but there are lots of books on coaching out there. There's one called Coactive Coaching, which is a good one. And Life Coaching for Dummies, I think is another one that's out there. So I think that definitely those are a few different resources you can look into. Vula says, what do you think about part-time coaching? Well, I think a lot about that actually, because coaching is a very flexible type of work option, because you essentially work when you have clients and when you have clients that are looking to work with you. And so it's not very often that a coach will start with, a 40-hour work week of coaching, unless they're hired into a business as a coach, in which case they have a whole bunch of employees that they're supposed to be coaching. But most coaches start out with one client, and then two clients, and then 3 and 4 and 5 and so on. So in addition to my role as the CEO of the Certified Coaches Federation, I actually work with about 20 to 30 clients, I should say, 20 to 30 clients at any given time. And most of my clients are actually coaches because they want to get the benefit of my work and experience to help them move forward. So part-time coaching is great. The great thing about it is that if you put yourself out there as being available, for example, only evenings or weekends or whatever time you want to set, that's what you set as your availability. In the same way that if you were a landscaper or a contractor or a massage therapist, you would set your schedule as to when you want to coach and who you want to work with. And Vula follows up with another question to say, I do work full-time in the family business, but love coaching and helping people and find this is the best time in my life to take it on. Well, then that sounds like a perfect fit for you. We do actually get some people who do work a full-time job and then they start coaching part-time, and then when they can replace the full-time income, then they'll switch over to coaching full-time. But that doesn't have to be the case. So it's a great opportunity to start working part-time and then adjust your hours accordingly. And I'll tell you, for myself, I have a very busy full-time job with the Certified Coaches Federation, but I also am a coach with the Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise coaching program. And I have, as I said, 20 to 30 clients at any given time. And I work with them at the time that I'm available. We set up a pre-scheduled time to work together, and I give them access to my schedule so they can, if they don't have a pre-scheduled time, they can pick a time based on what I've made available. And I love doing that because I love coaching. So it's definitely something you can do part-time or full-time. Any other questions from anybody? We have a good number of people on the webinar, and so if you haven't asked a question yet, feel free to do so. Type away. I'll give you a few moments just in case anyone's in the process of typing something. You can also, if you're in the middle and you don't want me to cut you off, you can send me what you've already typed and then carry on the question. Here we go. Vula also says, my last job with RBC HR was a teacher / coach online. Very much loved it. Thank you much, Rod. You're very welcome, Vula. Sounds like you already have some of that experience. So absolutely, I think that there's an opportunity there for you. As I said, if all of you on this webinar or any of you on this webinar are compassionate, are good listeners, good humans, there are other people out there who are in need of your help and support to help them move along further in their lives. And I'll say one thing, this is not part of the usual webinar, but you don't have to have everything figured out in your own life, pardon me, to be able to start coaching. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have some amazing track record. You don't have to be financially free. You don't have to be slim and trim and six-pack abs. You can be exactly who you are and care about the clients that you work with and help them be successful. Do you want to be a good role model? Yes, of course. But you can also be a good role model by having your own journey and sharing that journey with your clients as much as you want to be a role model about how important it is to be on that path and be working on it on an ongoing basis. So let's wrap it up there. If there are any other questions that you guys are in the midst of typing in, either hit that enter button right now so I see them, or send me an email, rod@certifiedcoachesfederation.com, or contact our office anytime, and we'd be happy to help you and support you in getting started as a coach. I look forward to seeing you in any of our upcoming courses. We have a trainer running a course live and online April 4th and 5th, and I will be teaching the course April 18th and 19th, and I'd love to see any of you there. And don't forget, you get those bonuses if you register for the course tonight or call the office tomorrow. Okay, thanks very much, everybody. I appreciate you making the time to be here, and I look forward to seeing you at one of our courses. Take care. Bye for now.